Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone who's joining in this video, whether you're joining in live or as a replay. I have a very interesting thing to share with you guys today. So I was doing a little bit of morning read and got inspired with this thought. So the verse that I read said, "Stand guard at the entrance of your temple and be mindful about the exits." Now, that inspired me to think about ourselves, right? We are like a machine that is made as a force of goodness, right? Uh, like any machine, we have things that we input, there's a processing that happens, and there's an output, right? And I like to believe that this is a machine made by God's design. Now, like any machine, if you give a good input, it gets a good output. If you give a negative input, it gets a negative output. But other than the input and the output, there's a very important part, which is the processing. So sometimes even if you enter negative things, if you have a good processing engine, you can process them, reprocess them, and output a good output, right? We are just like that. What are inputs? Our eyes and our ears. These are the two methods that we take in information through what we see and what we hear throughout the day. So if you stand guard at your entrances of what kind of media you consume, what kind of people you listen to, what kind of things you read, what kind of things that you watch, right? You can control the type of information, or whether it's negative or positive, that goes inside. That is step number one. Number two is how it processes here. So once information goes into you, you start processing it, you start identifying it, you start giving meaning to it, and you start applying it to your life, yourself, in different ways. Now, if you have mastered how to control your emotions, if you have programmed your mind, you can actually control the type of meaning that this information gives to you and how it affects you. Sometimes, even if it's a negative piece of information, you can process it differently. Just imagine you start seeing some chaos, some problem, but you have been programmed to see the glass half full, to see it as a blessing in disguise. Now, if you have been training your mind like that, chances are you might not see it as a bad thing that's happening and increase your level of anxiety and fear, right? You would process it in a different way, look at it in a different way. You'll look at it through the lens of, looking at glass half full. You would start seeing solutions than problems. So the output is going to be different. But even in your personal relationships, even in your business, if you have not programmed your mind, your processing part, and if you don't stand guard at your entrances, moment information comes, what's going to happen? You're going to get angry, you're going to get frustrated, you're going to get agitated, you're going to get disgusted, and you're going to put out your words and your actions in harmful ways that can cause problems for you on the short term and the long term. So this is an amazing machine, right? We all have the same type of machines, but how we have programmed it is very different. So what I do as a coach, and what I've been doing in myself as well, working on programming your mindset, programming my mindset. So sometimes there are certain information that comes in which makes me feel like lashing out, getting angry. But my programming helps me to control them, look at it in a different way, and sometimes to control my output. Sometimes not to put any output also, because any output can be harmful, right? So I just wanted to share this thought with you guys today. As the day goes through, be mindful about what kind of media and what kind of input that you consume, right? Sometimes you get messages in WhatsApp groups, sometimes horrible videos of bad things happening to people, but sometimes you choose to watch it without realizing how much it drops our vibrations down and how it gets us into a very negative, angry mood, sometimes even political videos. But there's a lot of people who love consuming this negative media. It's up to you. I'm not saying not to do it. If it works for you, do it, but it definitely doesn't work for me. So I'm very controlled about all these videos that I get on WhatsApp and all the other mediums. And I control what I listen and I hear and I watch. So that way I can control what goes in here. And once this information is here, I have programmed my mind in such a way where I would say I'm not there, but then again, I have a great amount of control, right? So even on the worst day, I can still function in a good way because I programmed my mind to control my emotions. And that is something that you need to do as well. So your output is good. You're kind to people. You're good with people. You manage situations better with your business, in your relationships, in your family, everything. So this is what I wanted to share. But if you are having trouble controlling your emotions, figuring out how to do it, right? As a success mindset coach, I help people to program their mind for success, program their mind for happiness, right? So if you want to know more about how I can help you managing your emotions, DM me or comment on this video with hashtag emotions and I will get in touch with you. Probably we'll get on board on a risk-free free call with no obligations, no strings attached, where we can talk about how coaching can help you to control your emotions, because there's an amazing saying, the quality of your life depends on the quality of your emotions, and which is absolutely true. Right? So hit me up if you want to have a conversation about this, and I'll see how I can help you. Right? So remember, for the day, stand guard at the entrance of your temple and be mindful about the exits. Right? And work on the processing, how you process this information. Program your mind for success, program your mind for joy, because you have complete control over this machine. It shouldn't be the other way around. This machine should be under your control. So this is my share for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If this made an impact, share it on your wall so someone else also can see. My name is Leon Kirti Singh. I'm your success coach. You can find more information about on my profile or on my website. And I hope to see you in the next video.